What's good, YouTube? It's the Sports Guru, back with another video, and today I'm going to be naming 5 potential breakout players for the 2019-2020 season. Before we start this video, if you like my content, click the like button down below and subscribe if you're new. Number 1. Deandre Ayton. Coming into the 2018 NBA Draft, Ayton was a lock to go number 1 overall and was also a favorite to win Rookie of the Year. Although Ayton was shadowed by Luka Doncic and Trae Young, that doesn't mean he played poorly at all. Actually, Ayton put up an underrated 16.3 points per game on insanely high efficiency at 58% from the field, as well as showing the ability to dominate the glass with 10 rebounds per game. Now, the main reason I'm excited for Ayton next season is because he showed game-to-game improvement in his rookie season. You can't tell me, if you watch Deandre Ayton from Game 1 to Game 82, it was impossible to not notice his defensive improvements. Ayton went from having no court awareness and simply having no interest in playing defense to a center that learned how to guard pick and rolls and overall just know where he was supposed to be on the floor. Deandre Ayton has some of the scariest potential the NBA has to offer. With his ridiculous size at 7'1" and 250 pounds already, I expect Ayton to continue to dominate the paint, but I also expect him to extend his range this next season. Start shooting some threes as well. He shot a few mid-ranges, but I expect him to start shooting some threes. In 2019-20, my prediction for Deandre Ayton is 23 points per game on 52% from the field, also shooting threes at a 33% clip. Now, Deandre Ayton's one of my favorite players in the next season just based off the fact that he has a really good shot. He just wasn't shooting them last year. I think he'll get comfortable starting to take some threes because in college he did have a pretty stroke and it went in college. So we'll see what happens with Ayton, but I expect him to take a big jump with 23 points per game. Number 2, Jayson Tatum. Selected 3rd overall in the 2017 NBA Draft by the Boston Celtics, Tatum's rookie year was extremely impressive. The best way to describe his first year in the NBA is he had pure consistency. After going to the Eastern Conference Finals with Tatum being the 2nd leading scorer in their run, Boston's 2018 rotation would be completely different with the return of Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. With Kyrie being so ball dominant, opportunities for Tatum to grow as a ball handler were just not there. Unfortunately, Tatum's rapid growth would be stunted based off the fact that he went from being featured as a star on a deep playoff team to being a role player on a dysfunctional and poorly casted team. At 6'8", Jayson Tatum has shown he has elite shooting ability from mid-range all the way out to the three-point line. Going forward, Tatum will need to tighten up his ball handling and attack the rim more often. I wouldn't be shocked if Kyrie walks and Boston tries to revert back to Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum as a 1-2 punch that worked so well back in the 2018 playoffs. Even though Tatum lost a lot of believers, I still believe Tatum will be a perennial all-star. My prediction for Jayson Tatum's 2019-2020 season is 22 points per game on 46% from the field and 39% from the three. And Tatum, I'm going to say this, I really am a true believer in Tatum. He might be my favorite player on this list. I think it was an unfair opportunity for him, and I'm just excited for him in 2019-2020. Number 3, Jonathan Isaac. Drafted 6th overall in the 2017 NBA Draft by the Orlando Magic, Isaac could never get his feet wet in his first season due to missing 55 games with an ankle injury. In 2018-2019, Isaac would end up playing 75 games and start 64 of them. Isaac would end up having ups and downs as expected and would finish with 9.6 points per game on 43% from the field and shoot 32% from the three. At 6'10" with a 7'1" wingspan, Isaac's potential on both sides of the ball is what makes him so scary and special. Isaac can play the 3 and the 4 currently, and once he fills out, he may even be able to guard centers. He has a rare versatility to the point where he can guard a lot of point guards in this league due to quick feet and his ridiculous length. On the offensive end, Isaac kind of reminds me of Kevin Durant, a Kevin Durant-like play style with the ball in his hands. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's Kevin Durant, but he is very similar in the way he shoots over defenders, which each of them have insane height and have a high release point. Jonathan Isaac might have the highest ceiling on this list in my opinion. My prediction for Jonathan Isaac's 2019-2020 season is 18 points per game on 45% from the field and 35% from the three. Number 4, Jaren Jackson Jr. Selected 4th overall in the 2018 NBA Draft by the Memphis Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson entered the draft at only 18 years old. Though Jaren was considered to be raw coming into his rookie season, that didn't stop him from dropping 13.8 points per game on 50% from the field and 35% from the three-point line. Even before Jaren was drafted, he mainly drew comparisons to Kevin Garnett. At 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan, Jaren has shown potential to possibly be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate and possibly eventually win the award multiple times. We could talk about Jaren's defense all day long, but I want to talk about his offense. The most underrated skill Jaren Jackson has is his ball handling. He does such an excellent job of creating for himself for only being 19 years old. Jaren, in my opinion, can be Anthony Davis on the offensive end. I really love what he could end up being on both sides. I think he's an all-around player. I think if he can strengthen up his inside game, add some moves, add the post game to his repertoire, and also keep, adding up on that three-point shot, I think my prediction for next season, 2019-2020, Jaren Jackson will average 20 points per game on 48% from the field, and I think he'll jump that three-point percentage up to 40% from the three. I'm very confident in Jaren Jackson Jr. I think he can be the best big man out of that draft, maybe possibly the best player. Time will tell, but I really love Jaren Jackson Jr. Number 5, Lauri Markkanen. Selected 7th overall in the 2017 NBA draft by the Chicago Bulls, Markkanen proved he was more than just a shooter, averaging 15.2 points per game on 43% from the field and averaging 36% from the three-point line. Now, 2018-2019 would limit Markkanen to only 52 games, but he would still bump up his points per game to 18.7. Now, Markkanen isn't I guess you would call a elite athlete, but he can still rise up and slam it. And I think there's a lot of room for improvement for him inside the paint. He's definitely talented enough to, learn the moves. He's going to be a strong kid. He's going to keep growing stronger. And I believe next season will be a healthy season for him. And my prediction for Lauri Markkanen is 21 points per game on 48% from the field and 41% from three. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. I named 5 potential breakout players for the 2019-2020 season. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. Rank these 5 in order, or you know what? Name your own 5 down in the comment section. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright guys, I'm out.